Today, chat, we are continuing the chart stream. Woo! Yes, it's the chart stream. Yes, it's the chart stream. What is the chart stream? You may be asking. Well, we did a stream like this quite a while ago, where I took all of my characters, sherbs and otherwise, and placed them in a bunch of silly graphs, a bunch of silly charts, a bunch of silly tables, some of which I made up and some of which recommended by you. And today, chat, we are continuing this beautiful trend that we have started, where we will, number one, since we had last had the chart stream, we have 4 new sherbs. 4 new sherbs, chat, to add to our previous charts. And chat, now is the time. If you were here live in stream with me, hello chat, please send any recommending charts to Stream General in my Discord. It is under the Let's Talk Stream category. Go to Stream General, and if you would like to drop some of your charts you'd like to recommend, I will grab ones I think are particularly funny, and we'll see how it goes. And that's our plan for today. Update the old charts, make some new ones. They're coming in. They're coming in. Yes, the charts. I told you guys in advance to prepare your charts. Oh my goodness, look at those charts. Look at these charts coming in. Hold on. I low-key want to share your charts. Oh yes, chat. Charts, chat, the charts of the chart stream are here. Yes, beautiful, amazing. Actually, let me make sure that that's not on that forever. Okay, so shall we begin, chat, and hop right into our lovely little chart time? So I was giving my iPad maximum time to charge, but let's bring it on over here. So chat, we technically have 4 new sherbs that are not on the previous charts, and a new D&D character, if we felt so inclined to add our lovely new Alexi to the charts, if we so desired, which I think we can. So we have one moment. We've got that, and we've got. All right, behold, charts number 2. So this is the same document that the rest of the charts are on. This is the same document the rest of the charts are on. Are there 2 nerds? Oh my gosh, we can add Finnegan. Chat, my palette's gonna be full. Chat, this is my panel of all my colors. This will be the last one to add to the chart. That's kind of crazy. Wow, chat, this is crazy. That's a whole palette of colors, because if we go in order here, we have Cedar, Epsilon, Ick, Crit, Helix, Kane, Ripley, Sherwood, Sherbert, Rio, Ajax, Midas, Janice, Rena, Ash, Asri, Ice Cream, NATO, Ren, Tartarus, Terry, Vera, Martyr, Riker, Strix, and then we go into Ratchet, Jet, Farades, Pericles, Alexi, Finnegan, and Icarixis, and Sherbixis. Quickspurt, one might even say. So that's our color. It tried to be in rainbow order, and then too many sherbs appeared. So this is our lovely little key here for today. And so let's take a look at the charts we've made in the past, shall we? Let's go down here. Let's go to this tune. Who's Vera again? That is Hightail Sherb. So the charts we've made already, chat. We have, let's kill our charts. are general, lawful to chaotic, good to evil. Very good chart, very good chart, very good basic chart. We also have the asshole and denial scale, a chart of my own making. Beautiful, beautiful. We also have the failure twink scale, which we competent to failure, strong to twink. Love it. We love a good twink failure. We also have how much whimsy. How much whimsy do they have? We have what do they do with the rich, which there is a very large trend to this side of the section. And we have do they have Riz tagged among the many. And we also did like death and society chart that one of you guys suggested. And then chat, one was done off stream where while I was on vacation, one of you guys pitched a chart in the middle of my vacation, and they're like, I'd love to see Sherbert make a chart out of this. And I fully sat on my couch and did the whole chart, which I sent to you. But what I think would be fun, chat, instead of just showing you the chart that I made, is to just remake it and see how close it is to the original version I made, and if it's close. Because I'd like to see where my user error lies, right? I'd like to see where my user error lies on what I've done in the past. This is like a month ago compared to now, because I think that'd be interesting. So our scale, chat, is covered in blood victim to covered in blood murderer, and pathetic kicked puppy to pathetic wet cat. So this is our new chart, chat. This is our lovely new chart that we've got here. So shall we do this? We've got our big list on the side here, and this is how this is gonna work. I'm just gonna take all these names over here and stick them in a chart somewhere and see where that takes us. So I think this is would you rather start with this, chat, or adding the newer guys into the old ones? What would you rather do first? This or adding the other guys in? We all know where Riker's going. Riker is going to be a fascinating addition to these charts, let me tell you. This one? Okay, we will do this one first. All right, let's not look at what I've done in the past. This is really interesting. Okay, so we're gonna start at the top of the list. Okay, Ice Cream NATO. Ooh, Ice Cream NATO's the murderer, and I think a little bit more wet cat. But I think Ice Cream NATO gets to be fully on the murderer line. But I think maybe like there, I'd put Ice Cream NATO, I think. Because that makes sense to me. He's a little bit more wet cat than like kicked puppy, you know what I mean? We've got Ash. Oh. Ash is very that one. Maybe a little more kicked puppy. Because to me, this is like disgruntled. You know, where it's mean, it's like, it's more that. And kicked puppy is like that. Wet cat because wet bird. You have a point. I'm gonna put Ash like up here, I think. I'm gonna put Ash like up there. Very much covered in blood, the victim. Actually, or is it a little more in the middle? Because Ash thought that they killed. I'm gonna put Ash a little more towards the middle, but more so the victim. Ash has been so wronged in their life. Yeah, but they did think it was their fault. They did do crimes. This is important to note. Okay, Asri. Asri's like here to me. Asri's like here, and then Ursa is more wet cat. Ursa isn't kicked puppy, but Asri is. Asri is kicked puppy. And Ursa, I think, is a little bit more wet cat. So whenever we do these two, I like to draw a line in between them as what the worm does. You know what I mean? I feel like that's right. Azuri's a bit wet cat, but like a drowning wet cat. Yeah, you're right. You're right. But he is the murderer. That is very distinct, the answer. Okay. Cedar. Oh, Cedar. Well, you get to go up at the top somewhere. Kicked puppy or wet cat for Cedar? Cedar's a little bit more wet cat? Cedar, I think, is in the middle. Cedar, I feel like is in the middle between them. Kicked puppy, wet cat, more in the middle. Yeah, we have a I think a little bit more, maybe a little bit more kicked puppy. Okay, that'll be Cedar. I'll put Cedar right there. Riker. like down there. Can you get more murder? I don't think you can. Riker is a murderous dork. Yeah, it's very... Riker is like the most obvious thing on almost all of these charts. Epsilon. Oh, you poor baby. I'd put him like there. Maybe a little bit more towards the middle. But like what in the way that like their circuits don't work anymore. in the way that their circuits don't work anymore. Vera? Hightail. Maybe like here? I feel like in the middle. Epsilon. Yeah, I know, chat. You guys miss that guy so much. You miss that guy so much. That feels right? Yeah. I feel, yeah, more than wet cat. It's more kicked puppy. I'm noticing a kicked puppy trend. The things I say in the stream. All right, our good friend Ick. Which way does Ick lean? Wet cat. Icarus is a wet cat. I feel like it has to be wet cat, right? That's fascinating. Not as bad as Ice Cream NATO. I don't like how close they are. I don't like how close they are. That's really funny. They're meant to be opposites. All right, crit. Oh, crit. I'm sorry. Yes, I know wet like crab, but they're not like disgruntled about it. They're just sad. They're just sad. Okay, Helix. Right? Helix could be both victim and murderer. You're right. Whenever I put Helix somewhere, I'm imagining imposter Helix, but it's not inherently. Oh, Kane. I wonder. I wonder where Kane goes, guys. I wonder where Kane goes in this. He kind of has. I mean, he is a dog. That's the easiest thing. Okay, Terry. Terry's like here, I think. Terry's like here. Cause wet. That's really it. Oh, Ripley. Is there a more, I feel like Ripley's actually probably like here. That feels right. Terry would never get covered in blood. They're too clean. Yeah. Sherwood is, I think, actually probably pretty close to the middle. Yeah, I'd put Sherwood like there. Ren, oh. Yeah, you're gonna be like over here. You're gonna be like over there. Sherbert. Am I right about this? Mm-hmm. No, you're right. Thank you. Thank you. I feel like I should be right when I'm doing my okay, Rio. Welcome to the corner. No, Rio's more wet cat. I think Rio's more wet cat. Fighty boys. Fighty boy trend. Yeah. Ajax. Yeah. No, you can go on the same level as these three freaking guys. There has to be, see, the thing is, right? In the old charts, they're the line, like as far as you can go. But there has to be room for Ice Cream NATO, and there now has to be room for Riker. Because we did go further. We did take it further. Ajax is wet cat and Cake Puppy. Yeah, exactly. Ajax is more in the middle, I think. Rena. Tell me. What am I? What am I to you? There logically can't be anybody above Ripley. Yeah, exactly. You're very middle. I agree. I agree, because it's both. Because I can go either way. I think I'm a little bit more dork, though. Unfortunately, guys, I haven't killed anyone or be covered in blood. Sorry! Tartarus. Like over there? I'll move you slightly in, maybe. Sure dog propaganda. Yeah, I know. Janice. Probably pretty close to Sherwood. I'd put Janice about there. Strix is interesting. Probably about right here. I put Strix like there. Maybe a little bit more on victim. Midas. Oh. Strix is a victim and we all know it. Strix is so victim. Okay, I'll go mind my business. Midas. Is Midas like here? Or am I on the wrong side? This is Martyr's color, not Midas's color. There we go. Move Midas down some. You're right. Midas just has a little bit of trauma. It's okay. It's like Quixis Q56. And that puts him in the middle. Quixis Q56. Exactly, yeah, thank you. Martyr. Like... Don't mind me, I'm figuring out how to shorten Martyr. Martyr liked the murder. And isn't really pathetic, but maybe a little more wet cat, I would say. Alright, we're out of sherbs. Ratchet. Once again, Ratchet Ajax strikes again. Yeah. Yeah. I think I did Ratch like that. No, because that doesn't feel right. We're gonna go with there. Jet. Jet's very middle ground, but very kicked puppy. Jet, very middle ground, very kicked puppy. He's literally a kicked puppy, yeah. But either way, it could genuinely go either way, I think. All right, D&D, Faraday. I mean, you get to go on Riker's level for this specific one. For specifically covered in blood. Like, you get to go on that level, but it's not for the same reason. But it's not for the same reason. Pericles. Oh. The Perry crit strikes again! Alexi? Like there. And I'd say Finnegan's about here. My corn man. Alright, chat. Are you ready to see the data? Are you ready to see my data? This is what it comes down to, okay? This is where it could go wrong. Alright. I'm gonna go through the colors, I'm gonna turn the other one on, and then I'm gonna draw lines between point A and point B. Okay? Not everyone is on the first chart that's on this chart. Oh, I'm so scared. Okay, here we go. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. So we've got Cedar. Yup. Crit, almost the same. Perry, almost the same. Everyone in the far corner. Oh, some decisions. Oh my gosh, my user error. My user error, chat. Oh, Epsilon? Fascinating. I went fully wet cat for Ripley. That's interesting. Ren's almost the same. Vera's almost the same. Rena is almost exactly the same. Jet is almost the same. Tartarus is almost the same. Azri is a mess. We're gonna get to that. There's Kane's. There's Riker's. Faraday's I went more dog. This is fascinating. Welcome to user error. Welcome to user error land. Oh god, the bound. The bound is the worst. Ash. Ooh. Azri. Ooh. That's rough for me. Sherwood's not too bad. Midas is complete other side. Terry's pretty close. Sherbert's on a different middle. Janice is almost the same. Where's Helix? Oh, yeah, I went a more imposter for Helix. Ratchet's almost the same. It's funny. Ick is the same! Martyr is the same. Where are the Ajaxes? Whoa, I went way more wet cat for Ajax. Yeah, that's fair. Who have I not connected? Huh. I feel like two of these are chalked up to character development. Yeah, a little bit. Some of these I would say are character development. Some of these I would say are the difference between chat input and my thoughts. I think the ones on almost the same, like for example, Ripley is really far apart, but this level is exactly the same. There's some that are like identical, which is really funny. There's a cup, the bound. Yeah, Asri is, you know what? Actually, the Asri I put is the middle between Asri and Ursa. Asri, who I think is the worst, is actually the middle between them, and I'll take that. Ash, though. Ash's is rough. It's the same spot. Well, that's a fascinating chart. That's a fascinating chart. Wow, we're looking at connections. This is a chart that I did a while ago and then just redid and wanted to see where the user error lied. Well, that's fascinating. All right, beautiful first chart of the day. Ajax got closer to Ratchet. Oh my god, they did! That's really funny. Yeah. It's also interesting with the ones who have, like, vaguely less content being either exactly the same because their answer is obvious, like Epsilon, right? Or really far off. Like, I would say Sherwood and Vera are two of the Sherbs that have, like, the least character development. Vera has a good bit, but Sherwood was very much me grinding Minecraft. And that's interesting to see that the ones with slightly less time have the longer times. And Midas, to me, Midas could be in any one of these squares, depending on the day. Midas could be in any one of these squares, I think, depending on the day. And then, of course, we have the new people that we don't have data for from the last one. Wow. Ren being the same Y level is really interesting. Wow. Beautiful chart. Beautiful chart. Midas could make a Q shape. Yep. It's true. All right, chat. Now, let us go do our due diligence and add our dots to the charts from last time. So, we have asshole denial. So we have asshole to friendly and believer to denial. This is one of the first scales we did last time. And we've got a couple new names. So Riker is the asshole believer. So Riker was the other thing I want to look at when we look at these charts, something I've been doing really intentionally with the last couple Sherbs is, number one, I've been designing them as foils to each other, meaning that it is like taking the concept of a specific Sherb and looking at the two polar opposites. And the foils that I have written down, I can't tell you necessarily the reason, but Martyr and Vera are meant to be opposites. Riker and Strix are meant to be opposites. Ren and Asri, and then Terry and Tartarus. And I'm really intrigued to see if that is true when we actually look at the charts and see if they are polar opposites to each other. Riker is the asshole believer. Riker was also designed to fill in the blanks of this chart. Riker was designed to fill in the blanks of this chart. Vera is... friendly denial? Friendly denial? I'd put Vera, like, here, I think. That's what I would do. Strix. Friendly believer, I think. Denial. Strix is very friendly believer to me. I'd put Strix about here. Strix isn't the most of the friendly, but up there. Martyr. Do we have another asshole believer? Is this do you guys get to have fun up there? I think you guys get to have fun up there because there's no way a cult leader isn't a believer, dude. Alexi. Middle ground denial. You're a con man. Why did I write your full name? Finnegan. Friendly believer. I put Finnegan down here. Alright, so there's our new charts, chat. I don't think Miter is as asshole as Riker. Yeah, you're right. Less extreme. Less extreme. Alright. Beautiful. Beautiful. New guys on the chart. New guys on the chart. Yes. Alright, next chart. Proper alignment chart. Welcome, Riker, to Chaotic Evil. Actually, you know, you can go like there. You can go a little bit more lawful because you're on a leash. Love that guy. Vera. Chaotic. I'd say leaning good. I'd put Vera over here. Any of the sherbs that just, like, smack small animals don't get to go incredibly far. They're exactly the same. Okay, Strix. Lawful good. Right now. And that is incredibly intentional. I did it, guys. Martyr? Lawful evil. Congratulations. You have a cult, dude. I don't know how to shorten you. I don't know how to shorten you. I don't know how to shorten you. All right, D&D. Alexi. She's the most chaotic neutral man I've ever seen. You're the most chaotic neutral man I've ever seen. And Finnegan. A little bit. Yeah. I'd say there. Wow! MTR? MTR works. We'll do that. Let's do MTR. We'll see how long that stands. Wow! Beautiful! Beautiful! Yay! Why must you tease us with potential character development? Strix is the only sure with like a 9 to 5? Nah, Strix has a very specific character trait. It isn't particularly something you guys have. All right, everybody's favorite boy. Everybody say, ooh, guess what it's time for? It's time for your favorite boy. Failure to twink scale. Yay. Failure to twink scale. Yay. Hey, Riker. You have, like, the highest body count. Does that mean you're less of a failure? No. No. Riker is a failure, though. Yeah. My show is on. I'd put Riker here. Riker Ajax? Riker Ajax is interesting. Fascinating. Vera. I would really encourage you guys to look at Ick and Vera's distance from each other at any point. Twink, I say twink! Vera is almost in this department. You're man, you're the same. Can they do much? No. Their brother showed up and said, I already have mined down 3 more ores higher than what you have. What have you been doing? And Vera goes, oh no, I was trying to build a house. What do you mean, bro? Strix. You're a freak. You're not a twink. You're a freak. I don't think what you are could be classified. You're also slightly more competent. I'd say like here, maybe. You could be a freak and a twink. Yeah, you're right. I think you're like there. You're more competent. Like graduated college. There's only like one other Sherb. Me. That did that. Did any other Sherbs graduate college? Ratchet. It's not a Sherb though. Did anyone else go to Helix? Helix went to college. Did any other Sherbs go to college? Nope. Nope. Terry might have. Terry might have. Martyr. Less twink. You're still a twink, but less twink. Martyr's like here for me. Am I crazy? Terry clearly went to power washing college. Exactly. Are any of them high school dropout? High school dropouts? Ren, technically. Ren is in high school. They just got small. How many Sherbs have even gone to school? Okay, I feel a new chart coming on. Level of education and stupidity. We need an education chart. I think we need an education chart. Educated and stupid smart. Actually, yeah, we're gonna do that. All right. Alexi. Oh, God. You're less twink. You are vaguely good times with Scar. You're still a failure, though. You're gonna be like here, I think. You're still vaguely. You're still a little bit twinkish. Not enough to be strong. Why did I put him? Oh no, that's his name. Finnegan, you're a piece of corn. You're not a failure. You are a competent Finnegan. You're like here. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. Stupid, but spelled stupid. Yeah, exactly. All right, that's good. And our line still stands. This line chat that we have in the middle here, the closer you are to Ick, basically, the closer you are to twink failure. Almost all Sherbs stay here. Very rarely do we get, like, all of our not Sherbs are... Yeah. Fascinating. All right, next line. How much whimsy? Riker? Does Riker have whimsy? Does Riker have whimsy? There's a notable gap of people who are only semi-competent. No one can be competent. Riker has his own special whimsy. Can I put him like over here? Like he's on the whimsy chart, but the other side. It's a different kind of whimsy. I think he's there, but he's on the other side of the chart. Infer that what you'd like. Vera's got some whimsy. I'd say Vera's around here. I don't think Vera's got more whimsy than anyone. Strix has whimsy. Strix's whimsy is probably up here. Strix has got whimsy. This is the Tomodachi quirky scale. Martyr? If he decorated his cult, he'd have whimsy. He decorated his cult, maybe. But he don't! Alexi? Oh, you're whimsy maxing. You are whimsy maxing. You are whimsy maxing. Finnegan? Whimsy! Probably about here. Beautiful. More whimsy than Crit and Tartarus? Yes! Look at this! Look at this! What are you doing? What are you doing? Also, chat, fun detail. This nice little fabric that he's making his card out of is the same fabric he made his clothes with. Because he's poor. But no, it's his branding. Where's my Sherbert folder? You guys actually can't see in the Riker folder. There's too much stuff without spoilers. Okay. Beautiful whimsy chart. Beautiful whimsy. It's upcycling? Exactly. I love your Art Fight folder. I really like the front of my Art Fight folder. My Art Fight folder's really silly. It brings me joy. Okay. What is this? What is this? Oh, that's Strix's original file. Yeah, you can't see in there. Okay. All right. What do they do to the rich? What do they do to the rich, chat? Well, let me tell you. Yay! He gets to go a little bit towards the rich. Congratulations, Riker, you did it! Congratulations, you did it! Martyr murders the rich? Oh, Martyr murders the rich, and he murders them bad. Yeah, Martyr murders the rich. Very right. Vera? I would say steals from the rich. I'd say probably here. Strix. Steals from the rich. I would say. Strix is poor. Yeah, Strix is poor. Alexi? And then I go, right here, baby! No, not at all. Probably like here. Jet seduces the rich is my favorite part of this chart. Jet seduces the rich is my favorite part of this chart. Finnegan, low-key, is the rich. I'd say there. All right, congratulations. We filled in our gap. We filled in the gap. Jet seduces the rich is my favorite thing. Jet basically did. Literally did. Finnegan has like an entire farm and like acres of land to his name and kids, and like he's rich, if not in money, in life. As he is 99 years old. Yeah, no, Jet did. All right. We've got, do they have Riz? Riker. Absolutely not. Absolutely no Riz. Vera? Welcome to this tier. Where many, happy sherbs lie. Strix? I'd put Strix here. I don't think Strix thinks they have Riz or knows that they have Riz, but I think they could if they tried. Martyr? Absolutely not. Really thinks he would, though. Alexi? Welcome to the top of the bracket, baby! Finnegan, you could have Riz if you wanted. I'd say there. Welcome to the top of the bracket, Alexi! You're with the rare people. Absolute Riz God, they're just that guy. R-I-Z-G-O-D, Riz God baby, to quote Survivor. Rena down in the almost bottom tier really gets me. One Sherb is in the top of the chart, yeah. And it's the one whimsy maxing. All right. And then we have, oh, this is a fun one. Hated by society, hated by scientists, not hated, or unidentified creature, undead, only a little, or on the run and everything. So, Riker, welcome! Hated by society and on the run and legally dead in 10. Yay! I would say Strix is unidentified creature, but not hated by anyone. I did it again! They're fascinating to me, chat. They're actually fascinating. There's one variable and it's fascinating to me. Martyr, or no, let's do Vera. Let's do Vera. Vera's over here, I would say. And Martyr. Like here? Is that right? Yeah, that feels right. Undead, but only spiritually. Alexi? Absolutely down there, but for like entirely different reasons than Riker. Beautiful. Finnegan? Oh, yeah. Yeah. This is beautiful. What a beautiful chart. All right, chat. Those are our updated charts. And I would like to do one more custom chart from my mind's eye. I'd like to do a custom chart from my mind's eye, chat. And that, chat, is the one we spoke of. The one we spoke of. So we will say, I think we can actually grab this and do this. I think we're gonna have one of these charts. Okay. So we're going to go education. Oh, education to success? Wait, education and success? Well, no, because that's just failure. That's just failure. We don't want to do that. I know that I want to do, chat, we're going to do level of education. compared to, stupid, smart. Yeah. Level of education, stupid, smart. That's gonna be our chart. All right? All right. Let's start from the top. Ice Cream NATO. I put Ice Cream NATO like here. I think there are stupider people, and I think there are less educated people. Ash, homeschooled, and like maybe on the line, I'd say, for Ash. Ice Cream NATO never went to school, and you can't convince me otherwise. Yeah, you're right. You're right. Asri. Asri went to school, but I don't think I could say that he's smart. I think he actually went through a lot of school, but I don't. The trend should be like this. It should be like this. Asri, how are you over there? You went to school. Oh, this is why I love you. All right, Cedar. One of the top. I'd say one of the top ones. Top levels of education, but it's a apprenticeship, and very smart, very good at their trade. Wonderful. Epsilon. Is your programming school? Is your programming school? I'd say like middle ground, yeah, right? Technically, yeah, probably for robot, yes. I'd say Epsilon's probably pretty middle ground. I'd say probably put a middle ground. Vera. Probably the same amount of school as Ash, but a little stupider. Ick. I wouldn't say that Ick is stupid. I take it back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. That's my ego. I understand the facts. I look at the facts and I see them now, and I just think that maybe Ick is smarter than they seem. No, Ick has a high intelligence, low wisdom, and like no schooling. I'd honestly say Ick is like here. Ick has like Gilded Kingdom school, and then no more. But I think Ick is book smart. Street smart? I don't know. Ick's not stupid. But Ick, it's intelligence versus wisdom. It's intelligence versus wisdom. They are not on the smart side. But what if I really want them to be? What if I really want them to be? You know what? I'll take it. I'll take it. I'll shut up. I'll take it. Crit? Yeah, stupid but lovingly. Stupid but lovingly. Like, that's not your fault. You got hit on the head. You got hit on the head. But you had Endirian, like, as a mom. So it's not like nothing. Okay. Now, Helix. I hate to say it, but Helix is like up here. Went to space college, and I don't think is particularly stupid. They are an engineer. They have to not be stupid. They're just bad with people. Yeah, that's fine. Kane. Dude, Kane's not stupider than Crit. I'm not, I made no offense to Crit, but Kane's not stupider than Crit. Crits, I love you to death. I think you gotta go over there. Terry? Terry's got it all. I think Terry is up here. Terry is good at their one thing. Does MCCI have education? I would say technically yes. But not much. I don't think he went. Like, I think there is school and he didn't go. I skipped Riker. Oh, where is Riker? Is he below the line? No, but he notably went to school. He just dropped out of high school. We know where Riker goes. No, I know. No, I know. I know. I know. Yeah, so he didn't learn shit. Okay, fine. He's not stupider than Ice Cream NATO, though. He can go below the line. He can go below the line. But like there. Okay? The line is high school. Yeah. I'll take that. I'll take that. Okay. Ripley. You know, I love you to death. And you did die. Ripley is smart, but not educated. I'd say Ripley's about like here. Ripley is smart. Smart, no education. Yeah, that's like your congratulations. You get to be there. That spot is for you. Sherwood. This is one of these situations. This is a very specific level that this line is on. There's a certain imaginary level of education that I'm imagining, and they're all on this same line. This is a notable line. Okay. Ren. Now, Ren, it's by no fault of yourself. It's by no fault of yourself. No, but you went to school. You just got turned small. You're just like a junior in high school, and you would continue. But up? I think up. I think. Sherbert. Sherbert, I would say, is down here. But they went to school. Yeah, exactly. Ren had good grades. Ren had good grades. They just got small. No education, but smart, definitely. Yeah, there were no people to give Sherbert schooling. Exactly. Sherbert does go below the line, but Sherbert is smart. In the same way that kind of Ripley is. Rio? You didn't go. But Rio does go on, I think, this side. That's, to me, that's the difference. These two get compared a lot. This is the difference. To me. Ajax. Ooh. Welcome to Machines. You tried. I'll give you that. Just didn't work out. No fault of yourself. Rena. exactly where I would have placed you. Thanks, man. You're telling me Ick is smarter than you? Okay. 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 We told you they're stupid! No, I know! No, I know they're stupid! Tartarus? Dear God. Is there a lower option? Janice. Janice is one of those ones. But Janice has to be, I would say on this level. I'd say Janice is on that level. But Janice is up there. Absolutely. Strix! Congratulations! Congratulations, Strix! Congratulations! Welcome to Went to College. College graduate line. Welcome to welcome to college graduate line. Smartest Sherp, yay! Midas, welcome to this line. The line TM. Midas is, I don't think Midas is smart. I give Midas a lot of credit. I don't think Midas is smart. Martyr. I did it again. Martyr, huh? Like, I'd say like here. It's just not like a regular kind of school. Give it up! College graduate line! Give it up! Give it up! College graduate line. Jet. Oh, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. Sorry. No, even, no. I love you to death. I love you to death. I love you to death. Faraday. Oh, Faraday. The line. This same mystical line. Which I will explain. Pericles! Oh my gosh. Actually. I would say Pericles is probably the smartest and not high on education. I put Perry on the same line as Ripley. Perry is probably the smartest without an education. Alexi. Alexi, you're in the middle. You got a certain something to you. Exactly, you finished the line. Welcome to Two Obvious Lines. College education line. Let's make a college education line. And fantasy homeschooling is what I would call that. This line right here. This is what I would call fantasy homeschooling. It's a very specific level of education that I think a lot of people are at. In the place where your society is, you're not necessarily in a place where there is college, but you are still being educated on the basic things, whether it's from homeschool, from picking it up on your own, but it's inherent knowledge, not from organizational education. And you don't want to know what the good news is, chat? You want to know what the good news is? This is the general curve. This is the general curve. As it should be. Asri is the outlier. Asri is the, like, this level of education heightened, but it did nothing for him. Asri, how you doing over there? Yeah, man. What a fascinating chart. All right, shall I pick some from the people? A true sponge. Shall I pick some from the people? Oh, Ajax? There, Ajax is down there. I didn't miss anybody, I don't think. I think I got everybody. Shall we pick some from the people? Ursa? Ursa doesn't... I don't think Ursa changes. Maybe Ursa is smarter because he has access to the hive mind, but I think it only gets him to the line. He's still stupid. Nerve is notably smarter than Ursa. Yeah, Ajax is there was no generalized education, but he learned it. That's just like, he is very smart. Once again, Ratchet Ajax line strikes again. It's just one had college and one was shoved through games. Yeah, Sherbert too. People who made the best out of not being educated. Good for you. Good for you, man. Ratchet is notably a pilot. Yeah, Ratchet and Strix are like on a level beyond us. All right, chat. Let's pick some charts from the people. What if the people sent me? Okay. Oh my god. Okay. Love this. We're gonna pick this. We're gonna do this one for sure. Okay, let me grab a couple of these. I don't know how many we're gonna get through, but I'm probably gonna try and speed run a couple and just go for it. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna do that one for sure. Okay, I like this chart. I like that one. Okay. Yep, that's the same chart. Congratulations. Okay. This is a fun chart, so we're gonna do it. This is a fun one, so we're gonna do it. Hold on. I love charts that have like nothing to do with each other. I love charts that have nothing to do with each other. We're doing that one, absolutely. That's a great chart. Okay. Yep, we're doing this one. I've got quite a few charts, chat, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. That's fun. We'll do this one. You gotta behold, chat. You gotta behold. What is this chart? This chart is crazy. Okay, I'm grabbing it. That's ridiculous. Beautiful. Oh my god, chat, there's so many charts. Yeah, we're doing that. Okay. Oh, beautiful chart. Serious chart. Love the serious chart. This is a silly one that we can probably do pretty fast. I'm good with that. Okay. This is kind of fascinating. So let's do that. And then... Okay, I've got some charts, chat. I've got some charts. Let us pull up some charts. Is my camera roll bad at all? Just a little bit. You can't see it. Okay, well, I'm gonna grab some of the... Do you guys want to do an easy one or a complicated one first? What would you rather do? easy one or complicated one first? Complicated, easy, complicated, easy. All right, guys. I'm grabbing some of the easy ones because I know we can for sure do them. I kind of want to do a funny one first. Okay, yeah. There's some ridiculous ones. Let's do this stupid one. This is a really stupid one. Let's do this. All right, chat. Okay, no. Okay. How do we feel about this, chat? This is a chart, one of those charts where none of the charts has anything to do with each other. This is one of those charts that has, like, absolutely nothing to do with each other, and I'm absolutely here for it. Okay, so we've got who would ever, I would probably, and clear my schedule so I could, alright? Throw someone in a volcano, eat raw chicken, or cheat in a kid's game. Alright, ice cream NATO. Cleared my schedule so I could eat raw chicken. Ash. Who would ever throw someone in a volcano? But like in that tone. In that tone exclusively. Who would throw someone in a volcano? Asri? I would probably throw someone in a volcano. Cedar. Who would ever eat raw chicken? You have to imagine it like being said. Cleared my schedule so I could throw someone in a volcano. Absolutely Riker. Epsilon. Asri would cheat in a kid's game. Yeah, you're right. Actually, let's do this. Let's put Asri over here. Let's put Ursa over here. Epsilon. I think Epsilon is one of our rare ones that could be over there. Epsilon could eat raw chicken and wouldn't face consequences. Yeah, it's true. Vera? I would probably cheat in a kid's game. Ick? I would probably eat raw chicken. If it was his! Crit. What would Nick do? Yeah, exactly. But why would you cheat just to win? Nick's gonna eat Charles? Yeah, bro. You heard what I said. Crit. Crit with Epsilon? Yeah, that's what I think. I think Crit's up there. Helix. Cleared my schedule so I could cheat in a Crit's game. I don't have a question on that one. Kane? Cleared my schedule so I could eat raw chicken. Wow! Yeah, he would. Terry. Terry? I feel like Terry's up here. Terry with Cedar or Terry with Ash? I think Terry with Ash, actually. Unsanitary. Ripley. Maybe here. I think Ripley's up with Cedar. Sherwood, cleared my schedule so I could cheat in a kid's game. Sherwoods are really, like, really all over the place. Ren. I would probably cheat in a kid's game. This is actually a really interesting classification. Who would ever eat raw chicken? Is Sherbert. Rio, welcome to Cleared My Schedule so I could throw someone in a volcano. This is the difference. That's the difference. Ajax. I would probably throw someone in a volcano. Rena. I would probably cheat in a kid's game. Tartarus. Cleared my schedule so I could eat raw chicken. Absolutely. Rio needs to go with Cleox and Sherwood. Yeah, actually, Rio is either here or here. Rio is either here or here. I can see either one. Because, like, Bed Wars. But Rio wouldn't want to cheat. Rio would want to just beat the kids. In the game. In the game. Janice would never cheat. Appalled at the concept. Strix, I think I'd probably eat raw chicken. I'm Bird. No, wait, that's cannibalism. No. You stay. Midas. Who would ever cheat? Yeah, that's Midas. Oh, Midas. A martyr? I did it again! How many times have I done that? Fascinating. I would probably throw someone in a volcano? For the cause. Ratchet. Cleared my schedule so I could cheat in a kid's game. Jet. I'd probably eat raw chicken. Therides. Probably who would cheat at a kid's game. I'd actually say. Pericles. Who would ever throw someone into a volcano? Alexi. Cleared my schedule so I could, that's like, he is the category. This is for him. Finnegan. Who would ever eat raw chicken? This is a fascinating chart. This is a really interesting chart. So where's some of our opposites? They're there. They're there. Huh. This is really interesting. This is really interesting. This is really like asshole scale. Not even though. Not even. This is a really interesting chart. All right, let's do a really easy one. Let's do this, chat. Let's do this. Classic chart. Yeah, 2 people gave me this chart. I grabbed it on the first one and then was like, well, someone else even wants this. Okay. Ice cream. Why do I always have to start with ice cream NATO? Having to start with ice cream NATO every time is like, What are we doing? Okay, Ice Cream NATO. Disaster... Gay? I think Disaster Gay, actually. Disaster Straight. That's the thing. Disaster Straight is Ice Cream NATO. Ash? Ash has the energy of a disaster lesbian. Azuri. Okay, so the bound isn't going well. The bound isn't going well. Cedar, functional lesbian. Functional lesbian. Riker, you're going down here, dude. I don't feel like you should be on the chart. The distinguished bi, I would say, for Epsilon. Distinguished. Vera, congratulations. What do you mean Cedar is functional? Okay. It's not even a question. Crit? Crit. Helix. Nope. Kane? You're actually up here. The letters I choose every time are really interesting. I would actually put Kane up there. Terry? Distinguished lesbian. Congratulations. Ripley. It's rough, buddy. It's rough, buddy. Sherwood, functional bi. Yeah. Ren? Ren's on the line here. Ren's on the line there for me. So where do the Centros lovers? I think we need to account this. Is there a Centros variant heavily in this chart? I would say Ren's up here. Ren is not bound by their whims. Sherbert, distinguished by. Distinguished by. Rio, ooh, that's rough, buddy. Ajax, ooh, that's rough, buddy. I'll put him over there. Rena? Yeah. 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 Tartarus? What is Tartarus? Like, not on this chart, like, just in general. Yeah, you get down there, you little disaster. Thanks, chat. Glad you love. This is the only option, I feel like. Janice? Distinguished by Halloween. Strix, functional lesbian. Midas? I would say, actually. This is impossible. Martyr? Martyr I think is here. I agree, yeah. Ratchet. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Whoa! Different boxes! Jet. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Parodies. I would put him up here, actually. Pericles? Ooh. But, like, an entirely different reason. No. I actually think Perry's over here, purely based on vibe. Alexi? Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Finnegan? I put Finnegan up here. Actually, that's actually a really interesting. So we're very here, right? So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 6, 7, 15. That's almost an even distribution. I am LGBT. I am LGBT. People look at me and they say queer, and I go, yes. Is Perry anything? Perry, I think, is, to me, Perry is like biromantic asexual. What did I have him on Art Fight? What did I have Perry on Art Fight? Hold on. Nailed it. Nailed it. Yeah, that's that. Glad past me agrees. I don't think I could make a distinguished gay. I don't think I could do it. I don't think I could, chat. Wow, this is fascinating, actually. This is actually a really fun distribution. Wow, look at me go, chat. Look at me. 8, 15, 7. Wow, okay. Let's do not one of the square charts. All the ones I grabbed were square charts. Let's do, what do we want to do? I have a really silly one. Oh, let's do this. This is interesting. This is an interesting, complicated one. So let's do it. But one I really want to do. All right. In a zombie apocalypse. Zombie apocalypse chart. Let's consider this. Let's consider this, chat. Take a little swig of my drink. All right, zombie apocalypse. What are our options? Survives until apocalypse is over, dies or becomes a zombie, stays with their loved one who turned into a zombie, sacrifices themselves, makes others die and dies in the end, pretends to be a zombie and it works, becomes king of the zombies, and living their life like nothing happened. All right. Ice cream NATO. Every single time I start a chart and I go, oh god, it's ice cream NATO. Yeah, actually, you're gonna be one of the only ones in this category. I'm not gonna lie. You're gonna be the only one of those in that category. I don't think there's many other Sherbs that could. Ash. Ooh, that hit a little too close to home, did it? Oh, yeah, or Drats. Okay. Hey now! Asri. Well, I don't want to be telling. Well, I don't want to be telling. Do I? Hey, so what does that mean? I'm gonna put him up there. He got wormed. Let's just, leave that be. Cedar! Ooh, oh, it's a rough day for those disaster lesbians. Riker! Ooh, man. I feel like I need a higher scale for him. Cedar can make a cure, low-key. Yeah, a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit. Epsilon? Funny answer! Okay. Vera. Vera would self-sacrifice. Vera would self-sacrifice. Ick. Ick's too prone to dying. It got saved too many times. Riker just continued to noble life, yo. I'd put him there. It's pretty close, but I'd put him there. No, you have a point. You have a point. Riker really, I think, is an enigma, and this is such different reasons. Crit. Crit, I think, would just survive. I'm not gonna lie. Crit would, like, find a spot and just mind their business. This. I would say. Helix in space and wouldn't notice zombie apocalypse? Nah, Helix could pull this off. Helix specifically could pull that off. Kane. Yeah. I don't love this, but yeah. Terry. Ooh. Terry would low-key survive. Isn't being an imposter just being a zombie? Yeah, pretty much. I feel like Terry would just survive. I don't know what gene these two have that make me think that they just live, but I think they do. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Ooh, rip. Sherwood. Sherwood would be here, actually. Sherwood's really an enigma. Ren. I think Ren dies. By no fault of their own, I just think they do. Sherbert, dude. Light work. light work for Sherbert. What's the difference? Rio? Rio? Yeah, it doesn't feel like, it doesn't feel right. Sherbert's technically living in a zombie apocalypse every night. Yeah, exactly. Ajax. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Ah, man. Arena. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. No. Probably here. Probably there. Tartarus? Light work. Light work for this guy. You're getting bit, bro. Damn. Janice? Janice got that vibe. Janice got that vibe. Strix. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Midas. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. Martyr? Congratulations. We found someone else in that category. Ratchet? God damn it. Don't make me think about him. Jet down here, but for like entirely different reasons. No, 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 yes. This is tone the, yeah, good for you. You did it. Perry? Ooh, that's rough, buddy. This would work. Yeah. Huh. Shortening of Midas to mid will never not be funny to me. That's really interesting. What an interesting chart. Perry already gets targeted by all the enemies? Yeah. This is really interesting. Yeah, Martyr is Cult of the Lamb. Yeah. What a fun chart. What a fun little chart. Shall we do an easy one? Shall we do an easy one, chat? How about we do... Actually, I kind of want to do this one. Kind of want to do this one. Stable, insane. Thinks they're stable, thinks they're insane. Rio Kane, same category. Yes, it is true. It is true. All right, chat. Ice Cream NATO. Man. I don't think they'd know. Does Ice Cream NATO know? I think they know, but they won't say it. You know what I mean? Oh. No, I think you have the awareness. I think Ash has the awareness. Love you, Ash. Azri. Ooh. Oh, it's not good. Azri is... He's fine. I don't think Azri is absolutely insane. I would say that. I would say that. That's what I would say. Congrats, Cedar. Congrats. Riker. Well, you have self-awareness. You have self-awareness. Epsilon? Yeah. Vera. I'd actually go there. It's a rare one. I'd actually go there, yeah. Ick. Heavy denial box. Let me tell ya. Heavy denial box. Do I just put him up there? Do I just put him up there, chat? It knows they're messed up, but not by how much. Is this crazy? Is that a crazy pull? I think that makes sense. That could work. That's what I'm looking for. Like, I'm like, this doesn't work, but this does. All right, crit. Oh. 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 Yeah. Absolutely for Helix. Yeah, perfect. Kane? I put Kane here, but in a different way. These ones over here have a very different connotation from each other. They have a very different connotation from each other. Congrats, Terry! Congrats! Ripley. I feel like there's two sides to this box, you know what I mean? Sherwood, I actually think is over here. I'd actually say Sherwood's over there. Ren? I think Ren's up here. I think Ren is okay. Sherbert. That's rough, buddy. Notice all the truly stable ones are employed. Ajax. This is a really special flavor of guys. You know what I mean? That's a really special flavor. There's something really that I really like about that. There's something I really like about that. Yeah. Yeah, congrats! You have a buddy, Riker! You have a buddy! Janice. Yeah. Strix. I think Strix is in this one. I would say. Midas. And it's bittersweet. Martyr. Welcome to this box. Welcome to that box. Ratchet. I think Ratchet is aware. Jet. Oh, Jet. Jet knows. Faraday. Yeah, welcome to the club. Perry? You're over here. Actually, no. Perry gets to go in this box. Perry gets to go in that box. He does. Actually, I think. Lexi is actually an interesting one. Alexi is in that column. And then I'd put Finnegan here too. Wow! Outliers. Outliers in the green. Outliers in the green. This is really a special flavor. This is actually a really interesting chart. What a lovely chart. Harry might see the horrors, but somehow he's okay. Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. What a fun chart. What a fun chart. Beautiful, beautiful. Okay, chat, I want to do at least one more. I have an easy one saved. Let me see what other ones I grabbed that I haven't done yet. Oh, let's do the serious one. Let's do the serious one. Not this. It's not like serious, but it's. This is a fun one. The narrative is cruel, or the narrative is kind, and the world is cruel, or the world is kind. This is a banger chart. That's a banger chart concept. How doomed by the narrative, and how doomed by the world they live in. This is a really good chart. This is a really good one. So let's cook, chat. Okay, Ice Cream NATO. Every time. I think Ice Cream NATO's world is cruel, but the narrative is kind. I'd put Ice Cream NATO like here, honestly. It's actually a more humble Ice Cream NATO placement, let me tell you. Ash. Ooh. I think Ash is over here. I think Ash is over there. The world is nicer, but their narrative is cruel. Yeah. Azri? Ooh, it's rough, buddy, for you. I'm not gonna lie. It's not great. The world isn't great and the narrative isn't great. I think you're like here. We have a curve, people. We have a curve. All right, Cedar. Cedar, you are happy. I would say the world, or Cedar, yeah. You're in one of the best situations compared to a lot of the other people in this. Riker. But for really different reasons. Oh, where do you go? Riker, where do you go? Having all four sides already is so funky, yeah. It's really interesting. Riker. I think you're down here. I think Riker's down there. Similar to Ice Cream NATO, yeah. Yeah, no. The narrative is kind and like not in a good way, but it's weird. Ooh. Epsilon. Ooh, buddy. You got one of the worst ones, I won't lie. Vera, I think the narrative is cruel, but your world is kind. Ick. Ick's like over here somewhere. Ick's... where? I don't think he's over here. The narrative, they are the cruelest in the narrative. But the world is very kind to them, I think. The world is very forgiving. I would put Ick all the way up here. The only one I think higher than them would be Midas. In terms of cruel narrative. Crit. Love ya. Love ya. Best of every world. I wish you the best. Helix. World is kind. No. World. Helix. Narrative is kind, world is cruel. I'd probably put Helix like here. I'd put Helix there. Now this is a really interesting one that I can't explain, but Cain is all the way over here. Cain is about as far as you can go over there. And you can cook on that, because there's a very specific reason. And you can cook on that. That's a really fun thing. That's a really fun one. I like when we hit stuff like that. I like when we hit stuff like that. Terry, I think the world being dirty. I think the world being, I think like Terry's over here, but for like the stupidest reasons. I look at Caden's name with that placement. Yeah, it's really interesting. I'd love more Caden content, dude. MCCI heart emoji. Ripley. Ooh, that's rough, buddy. I would say your narrative is crueler. That's rough, buddy. Sherwood, you're pretty good. I'd put Sherwood like over here. Ren, you're doing great for the world that you're in. I'd put Ren like over here. This is a really interesting group. This is a really interesting corner. Sherbert. Probably. Rio. I found it. Oh my god. This chart is the chart. That's the difference. That is actually the difference. That's fascinating. Because, yeah, that is, like, when you guys are like, they're the same on the assholes, they're the same, I'll say on almost every single guy. Not this one. And that's exactly how I would describe it. Wow. Ooh, Ajax, my buddy. Ooh. Your world is the worst of the worlds. Your world is the worst of the worlds, and that's a fact. Fascinating. Dude, Tartarus, I don't know where you are. What narrative? What narrative? Bro, what? What narrative? Here. There you go. You can go on the line. What narrative? What narrative, bro? Interesting. I'd put Janice about here. Strix? Yeah. Whoa! Genuinely? This is a fascinating chart. These two are opposites. These two are the most similar. And that is totally flipped on this specific chart. Whoa! Okay, Midas. Ooh, welcome to the worst it could be. Welcome to the worst it could be, dude. I'm sorry. Which world for Midas? Does it matter? Sorry. Didn't mean to hurt you like that. Martyr? Martyr's more central. Martyr's more central. Ooh, Ratchet buddy. Ooh. Ratchet buddy. Bad news. Damn it. Damn it. Jet. Yeah. I'd do that. Huh. Faraday's? The world is fair. I'd say that. Perry gets to go over here, I think. And Alexi. Alexi's over here. Alexi's gonna be up here. And Finnegan, I would say, is probably over here. Huh. So interesting that he's the center. Signs of a good DM. Yeah. Actually, signs of a good DM. What a chart. I feel like I could look at this chart for a really long time and come away with a lot of really interesting things. This is really interesting. I'm not done thinking about this because this is, the two of them have one different variable. And a lot of everything else going on is the same, and that one variable is different. But the world and narrative that they exist in is the same. It's just one thing that changed them inherently. And that's really interesting. The world is a control for them. And for them, it's two totally different circumstances and ending up the same way. Yeah. Banger! Absolute banger of a chart right there. I'm not gonna lie. Martyr started out as a sacrifice and their narrative is kind. Well, they lived. The narrative gave them a chance. That's the difference to me. Okay. That's a good one. That was a really good one. That was a really, really good one. Okay. We have one more. Let me make sure out of the ones that I grabbed that I don't have a different one. My iPad's gonna die soon. Should we do, chat, would you rather do a basic one or like the most batshit one that you guys sent, in my opinion? I think we do the most batshit one, but we could also do the really easy one. Okay, let's do the crazy one. This chart is an enigma. All right, behold. This is such a random chart, and I love everything about it. So this is befriends worms. Oh yeah. Doesn't believe in birds. Eats crayons. Okay, ice cream NATO. Escaped jail and conducts unethical experiments. Ash befriends worms. Doesn't believe in birds. Can't spell restaurant. What? This is so weird. You just have to believe me in this. You just have to believe me this. Ice cream NATO is the chart. Ice cream NATO is the chart, dude. Azuri befriends worms and experiencing the horrors. Easy. Cedar conducts unethical experiments and can't spell restaurant. This is you just gotta trust me, okay? Now Riker I think Riker's down here. Epsilon Epsilon's gotta go over here. The top of the chart is lacking for me. The top of the chart is lacking for me. Azuri befriends worms, but like / neg. Yeah. Vera, I would say, failed grade 1, befriends birds. Ick. Experiencing the horrors. And what? And what? Here? 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 There? I don't know who goes in this category. I feel like of them, that's the answer though. Crit. Eats crayons, can't spell restaurant. Helix. Helix is here. Helix is here. Kane? What is this chart? What is this chart? What is this chart? Kane? I feel like Kane's down here. Terry? Oh, Terry. This chart is hard. Terry, yeah, I feel like, am I crazy for putting Terry here? Is that like... Am I crazy for that? Yeah, no, that feels right. Ripley, experiencing the horrors. Which one? I think more experiencing the horrors. Sherwood. Sherwood's down here. Ren. Befriends worms! Befriends worms! I think Ren is here. Sherbert. Conducts on the allies. What worms? The ones in their flower pots? I kind of feel here. Doesn't believe in birds. Honestly, yeah. It's definitely this category. Rio, absolutely does not believe in birds. Foul. Ajax is here. Rena? Hey. I know, I'm here. I'm there. Eats crayons? True. Razzles. Spell restaurant? Okay, everybody shut up. Everybody shut up. Tartarus? I don't think Tartarus would be friends with worms. I think they're competing for him. This is Tartarus to me. Janice? I don't think Janice believes in birds. Strix? Befriends worms, can't spell restaurant. Midas, experiencing the horrors. Conducting ethical experiments. Yeah, it's the Q, guys, it's the Q. Martyr, failed grade 1. Conducting ethical experiments. Ratchet. God damn it. God damn it. Shut up. Jet. Jet's over here. Faraday interesting. Faraday's Faraday's maybe over here actually. Perry, right here. Alexi, over here. Finnegan, befriends worms and believe in birds. Faraday's nuts. Turtles is in there with the worms, yeah. There was Scarecrow, yeah, exactly. Tartarus not being with the worms is... No, Tartarus, I think they're competing. Tartarus doesn't like that there's other stuff in the dirt. He wants to be in the dirt, not anyone else. No one else can be down there. It's his dirt. It's his. Digging a hole. That's my thought. Only 2 crayon eaters is a crime. I don't think people be eating crayons. I don't think people be eating crayons. I think a lot of people who could eat crayons are instead befriending worms. What a chart. What an insane chart. I don't know what this tells me. I don't know. I don't think there is correlation. Well, chat. How much battery do I have? 1%. Well, chat, I believe this is where we're gonna call it today. On the charts. Number 2! Yes! Woo! did it! We did it! Oh, yes! 1% and a dream!